Nan and Byron's executive chef Kyle Rhodes is with us this morning, and we're talking pork chop, and not just any kind of pork chop. This is a special recipe there at the restaurant.
That's correct. This is a pan-seared pork chop. We do it with white cheddar, roasted jalapeno grits, bourbon, and whole grain mustard sauce, and we top it with a garnish of caramelized pineapple, kind of cut the bitterness of the bourbon, as well as a little charred scallion.
I mean, I looked in this dish here, and I didn't know what that was. It's pineapple.
That's right. And we've cooked it really nice and low and slow. You know, right now we're going to get the pork going. Basically, what I like to do with something like this is get the prep done. So, example, like our roasted jalapeno. We start with a completely raw jalapeno here, and I basically rolled it around in the pan, got it nice and hot, and then steamed it. Now, what I did by steaming it, I released the skin so it's able to peel.
I can smell that. Wow. Yeah.
Right. It changes the flavor profile completely. And it really elevates the level of the grits. I mean, the fattiness of the, a little bit of butter, white cheddar, and then you have the smokiness and the heat from the jalapeno, along with some heavy grits that really stick to the ribs.
How do you figure that out as far as what to mix and match? How to pair it?
I think you start with your protein, but I always we've been changing the menu at Nan and Byron's, and we're getting ready to launch here in about a week and a half. So, you start with your protein, but you really want to complement it with your side. And sides are actually harder to choose from than what you really want to do as far as flavor profiles. So to go from there, you're looking balance. Really elevating layers of flavor to get the most out of your protein.
You got the grits there.
That's right.
And we just put this on right here. How long are we going to, again, how long for each side?
We're probably going to get a nice sear on this for about 2 minutes. And then we'd pop it in our oven at 375 for 6 to 10 minutes, depending on how long you like to cook it. I like to pull mine about 135, so you're looking at just under medium, right around medium for your pork chop.
Cooking up some yummy pork chops today. Chef, you started a little bit earlier in the hour. Briefly recap what you did, and let's pick up where you left off.
Okay. We made grits with roasted jalapenos and white cheddar. We are pan-searing this pork chop, which now I'm going to baste it.
And your pork chop is in a skillet. What kind of heat do you got going there?
It is a boneless pork chop also.
Okay, ooh, yeah.
We're looking at about 3.5 to about an inch thick. Your cook time is going to be about 6 to 8 minutes. In an oven about 375.
Now, I always think of basting as the thing that you do with the long, squirty thing.
Same thing.
You can just do it sort of with a spoon the unfancy way.
This is obviously more of the restaurant style or industry standard. We don't have time to pull out our baster. We're trying to get the food out for mass consumer.
Yep.
So
basically, you're just trying to cover whatever you're cooking with.
That's it. I'm actually just reinforcing the juices back onto the pork chop, and then of course I would let this sit. But because we are stressed for time, I will actually go straight to the pan.
Perfect.
Or straight to the plate.
And what's in those grits there?
The grits are white cheddar and roasted jalapenos.
Oh my goodness, delicious.
Then we have a bourbon and whole grain mustard sauce. This is a little caramelized pineapple to balance the bourbon and the mustard, a little sweetness, a little charred scallion, and we'll finish with a little sauce.
Wow.
The sauce is really easy. The recipe is online. And that's it, guys.
What's in it in the sauce?
There's a lot of great flavors. It's 2 types of mustard, Dijon, whole grain, bourbon. The bourbon we cook off a little bit to get out the alcohol, a little brown sugar, and a splash of soy. And it's super easy. This dish is it's really tasty. I enjoy it very, very much.
Making these grits at home, what kind of grits do you buy? Where do you like to
Anderson Mill is the best grits that are around. They're locally out of Charleston, or right outside of Charleston. Those are the ones that I would stick with. Otherwise than that, though, you can get, if you're stressed for time, you can use instant grits. Like, just make them taste good.
Okay, yes, exactly. With the flavors that you're teaching us there. Chef Kyle Rhodes with Nan and Byron's, thank you so much for coming.